Brom looks like an old man as well. Synergizing. All right.
And guess what works well with the Braum?
Oh, the Lucian's still open?
Ezreal. Don't even, I mean, both of them work well. Unless if Zhang Wuji just wants to pick another AD carry. I think Ezreal just works really well with this composition. You don't need to pick the Lucian until you're really focusing on the matchup.
Yep. Wuji's most played. Is it going to be the Lucian in the end?
Just pick the Ezreal.
Sorry, the Ezreal. Excuse me. Should be Raz, but never mind.
All right, we're fine.
Lucian Brom is classic bottom lane. Why not?
In diversity.
Yep. All right. Let's finish it off. Let's give ZDZ a carry, though.
If you have the Alistar, the Jarvan, add in one more tank. I know you wanted to see the carry.
Yeah, I did.
But Sion does well into the matchup. I think we're just talking about the excellence of Sion, the best player on that pick.
Yep.
Who do you think?
The Shy.
Oh my goodness.
So,
who else?
Who did we talk about yesterday? I even said it yesterday.
Oh no.
It's not the good.
ADD, my friend.
It's ADD, man.
I know we're talking about ZDZ, but we gotta talk about
hard.
the relevant letters.
I can't put letters together.
It's the relevant letters at the beginning of the alphabet. And so for me, ADD on the Sion, his range on Q, that decimating smash, is in the same range as Jace when he tries to harass you.
Yeah.
Tries to walk up and out of you. As long as you channel that, you can actually come out with an even trade. You have the shield a lot to be able to handle the lane. He did receive some nerfs really early on, but still good enough to pick up the matchup and now help out what is a pretty straightforward team fight composition for the team.
People forget a lot of the time as well. Sion infinitely scales. Now, how does that make sense? Look at his W, man. You just don't stop. Health after bits of health. And taking a Sion into top lane, yes, it doesn't appeal to me because I wanted the carry. You know, I want things here for Vici Gaming. I'm the only person out of the casters who said that Vici Gaming would win this series.
For you, it gets a little more passionate. I don't know. I'm just trying to pick out the winners. You know, you see something in Southwind, and you look at the eyes of Puff, and you're like, I'm with you all the way.
Yeah. Until death do us part.
It's a little bit of an issue.
Well, especially if they lose this series. Death is on its way. It is cold in the north. I don't know where Vici are from, but now I'm assuming the north, right? And the north remembers, with 1-0 already up from Rogue Warriors, remember one thing in the back of your mind. If Rogue Warriors win this, yes, of course they knock out Vici Gaming. But they show us that they're a team to be reckoned with. They show us that as we drive through the stadium, there is one thing to remember, and that the potential of these young stars will be ever growing in the LPL. That's how it started with people like Kalua. That's how it starts with people like Rogue Warriors here in this series to define themselves in Shanghai. And you know what? I'm not the only one who's grown in support of Vici Gaming. Once upon a time, the crowd was silent for Vici. No longer.
Whenever Vici Gaming changes up their roster, you always find a new bit of charm to it.
Yeah.
Originally, it was like Swift and Coco. Yes, they need that. They love it, support it.
When we had world superstars on the roster.
Of course, that's true.
Of course, that followed.
That was in the time of Bengi and Izuhu and all that. There's always been new iterations of Vici Gaming that fans will always clamor towards. This was a pretty tough sell to Vici Gaming's fans. You're like, here's your team without Audi.
It's going to be harder to sell. Look at that quick trade. The only reason ZDZ can stay in lane is because Zhangqiao missed the shock blast. Otherwise, he'd be either dead or going home.
This is the difference between ADD and ZDZ. I'm just going to put that out there. It's the letters that count.
Yeah, that's right. Too far away from the start of the alphabet. It's hurting.
He's going to have to walk up to his own wave so he can pick it up. Zhangqiao, please. He just picked up the experience, but he's not even thinking about the
He doesn't even care.
CS. He's like, I don't need CS. I just need the experience.
This is the new Spell Thieves.
He's going to get level 2 much faster, of course, because ZDZ is not an experience range.
It will be now. Zhangqiao eventually has to let the wave crash once again. This will be an advantage here for ZDZ to get back into the wave. Advantage meaning he can catch up in levels.
But you have to know what that means. He's just going to jump on top of ZDZ the moment that he ends up picking level 6. So right up there, of course, ZDZ recognized that and goes up right to his turret.
You were speaking about the range to auto attack there. That's the response here from ZDZ. That's the interaction But noticing the phase rush here on the Jace, so bit of damage off, the ability to absolutely smash down on the San and get within his range again.
Yeah, the early laning phase, you pick up Airy. We saw Electrocute in the last game there as well, but the phase rush later on gives you so much chasing pressure, especially if you are in a longer lane. Once the tower gets taken down and the Sion's just all that's there.
Oh no, Vici not again. Jay walking blindly into the pit. Scatter the Weak doesn't land, but following through. Xiaoyao, the Ignite, the flash forward. Give it over to Huatien.
Couldn't set up the sphere. Orb wasn't there, so he can stun down Xiaoyao, so he's able to just flash in and follow through.
And look, it's a reverse matchup here, Raz. Reverse matchup looks better for Xiaoyao once again.
Xiaoyao's just been so aggressive. This is that tempered aggression. He's been able to recognize when to dial it back, and this time around, there's no dialing it back. You just keep going.
That's right. And in the 1v1 here, you favor Xiaoyao, considering the top lane can't get in, and there's going to be a burst of damage from Zhang Qiao. Majority of the gold goes over to Xiaoyao, picks up the big Krug, forces Ikes to go back.
The most important information here for Xiaoyao is that he went in towards the depths of the red side jungle. He knows that it's all clear. Krug's obviously clear because he cleared it. Raptor's there, he saw it. So now he knows that